Well, it looks like the FCC is doing it to us again, y'all. Stay tuned, find out what's going on. Hey everybody, welcome back to Everything Ham Radio. My name is Curtis. My call sign is Kilo 5 Charlie Lima Mike. And it looks like the FCC is sticking it to the little men yet again. There's a new proposal on the books that says that now, if this passes, there will be a $50 charge for every application that is submitted to the FCC. What do y'all think about that? I think it stinks. You know, it's like, if you have no license at all, and you go from a nothing to a extra class licensee, and you do it over, say, a 3-month period, guess what? You're going to pay $150 to get that extra class license. Now, if you do it in one sitting, like some people have been known to do, then it's only $50. But still, that is a outrageous amount to take a test, to put in an application to take a test. So on top of that, you have your class price, or, you know, if you do it online or in person or whatever, you know, that's going to be $25, $35. If you have to buy a book in order to take your class, you know, that's an extra $15, $20. Then on top of that, you have the testing fee, which is typically right now about $15. So altogether, right now, you're looking at about $50 or so just to take your class and to take your test. Now, on top of that, the FCC wants to throw another $50 charge just to turn in an application. It's ridiculous. You know, the reason that they say they're going to do this is because there is a person actually doing the work and putting in your license information. I call bull. I really call bull. And the reason I say this is because everything right now with the FCC and the licensing goes through the ULS, okay? I go and take my test. I fill out all the paperwork. I give it to the VEs that are giving the test. They scan it most of the time, not all of them, but they'll scan it. They'll send it over email to the VEC. They will in turn make sure everything is all right and send it on electronically to the FCC, to the ULS database. Then the ULS database does all the processing, stuff like that, and issues the license. You cannot tell me that there's actually a person that is sitting at a desk and looking at this application. Okay, this is an application for a technician class license, and putting all the information. You cannot tell me that. I call bull. So, you know, if you've been watching any of my videos previously, you'll know that I'm a very passionate, I guess you can say, about getting new blood into this hobby. Right now, there is, I would say, probably about 50 to 60% of all licensed amateur radio operators here in the U.S. that are over the age of 45 to 50. And probably 75% of that are over the age of 60. That tells me that this hobby is getting older in age, and there's less and less younger people that are coming on board into the amateur radio community. So in the long run, unless we work to get younger people involved in this hobby is going to die. Or at the very least, going to go to the point where we don't have the people that are using the frequencies, that are fighting for our rights as amateur radio operators, fighting for our usage of the frequencies, and we're going to lose them. We're going to lose them to those big companies out there that can pay them millions and billions of dollars to lobby us to go and make suggestions and stuff like that for this type of rule. Honestly, y'all, it stinks. You know, we have been fighting and fighting and fighting for as long as I can remember. You know, I've been a ham now for about 25 years. And I can remember almost every year of something saying, you know, somebody wants to take our 440 frequencies, somebody wants to take our 220 frequencies, somebody wants to take the 20 meter frequencies, whatever. There's always somebody out there that wants the frequencies that we have. And we've been lucky enough to be able to stave off some of that. Yes, we have lost some frequencies. Yes, we've lost the primary frequencies that we have and stuff like that. That has happened. But we don't want it to. We need to use the frequencies that we have. In order to do that, we have to have the people to use them. So if this proposal goes into effect and we have to pay the $50 per application fee now, that means that younger generations, teenagers, kids as young as 9 years old are getting their license. That means that either one, they're going to have to do a lot of chores or mow a lot of yards or whatever to get the money themselves, or two, their parents are going to have to do it. So with this whole COVID thing that's going on right now, and people losing their jobs, lowering their income, and generally, all in all, bringing in less money to feed their families, how can somebody justify spending this extra $50 for a license that a lot of times people don't use a lot? I've given probably 250 tests in the 25 years that I've been doing this. Probably a whole lot more than that. And of those people, I would say at least half of those people use their license only in emergencies. Use their license for storm spotting, for if a kid goes missing and RACES gets activated or something along those lines. A bunch of people that I've licensed are that way. Yes, there's a whole bunch of people as well that use it on an everyday commute to and from work. They'll have a ham shack and they'll talk on HF and stuff like that. Yes, there is a large portion of those that do that. But there's also a large portion that only use it during emergencies. How many of those people are going to continue to do it? How many people are going to continue to join this hobby if it costs so much to get in? And that's even before the radios. If you look at a radio nowadays, the average price to come into the hobby, now excluding the $20, $40 Bofang radios and stuff like that, the average price of an HT, just a monoband HT, is about $150. If you go to a dual band, you're looking at about $250. If you're looking at a mobile radio, you're looking at anywhere between $250 and $500. To get started in this hobby is already so expensive. Why add that extra little bit? Why add that extra $50 just for your application? It's ridiculous. I learned about this this morning when I was getting up and doing my little morning routine. People will wake up and drink coffee and read the newspaper, whatever. I tend to read ham radio news. And I haven't for a while because I've been on vacation, but today I did. And I saw the post on the ARRL website talking about this, and I tried to read through the proposal itself, trying to figure out where and how much and all the little ins and outs of this proposal is. But when I was reading the news article in the ARRL, I didn't see anything about what their stance on it was. I didn't see anything on their website that said anything further about this proposal. What is their stance? Do they support it? Do they not support it? Are they upset about it? What is their stance on this proposal? I know I'm disgusted. It used to be that when you applied for a vanity call, it cost some money. I can get behind that. I can understand charging a fee for a personalized call sign. That I can do. And a big reason of that is because there's people out there that will get a vanity call sign, keep it for 6 months or a year, and get a new one. Now, if you know anything about the way the licensing works, once you change your call sign, the call sign you had before can't be used for 2 years. So that ties up that call sign for however long you had it, plus 2 years after that, until it's available for somebody else to get. Now, I don't know if people are doing this intentionally, maliciously, or what, or they just want to change their call sign and remember a new one, everyone. I've had the same call sign now for about 22 years. And when I changed it from KC5PWP to K5CLM. It took me a good month to remember my call sign, even though it's very easy for me to remember. You know, it frustrates me. It really does. But anyways, what are your thoughts on this? What do you feel about having a charge put on it, extra $50 charge put onto a application fee to get into this hobby? Now, you might be asking what you can do about it. Yes, the ARRL is supposed to be our voice to the FCC, but there are things that you can do. Get together with your club and put in a petition. You know, get a petition to send to it and say, hey, we don't want this. Go online. The FCC has asked for public comments on this. Go online and say, I don't want this. You know, this is stupid and here is why. You know, don't just say I don't want this, or this is stupid, or y'all are stupid, or whatever. You know, make an actual case as to why that $50 charge is not a good idea. If you think it is, then by all means, you know, go on there and do that too. But I would hope that you would think like I do and think that it's just going to be a hindrance into getting into this hobby. You know, it's so hard as it is. Why make it harder? I just don't get it. Anyways, y'all, I just had to record this video after I read this and try to spread the word a little bit about this and get more people involved and more people to comment and to hopefully fight against this proposal. Don't waste time. Do it right now. As soon as this video ends, do it. I'll try to leave a link in the bottom to the comments, or in the description rather, to how you can leave a comment. Get your club involved. Share this video with your friends. Help them become aware of what's going on with it. And like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate anybody that will support my channel, and it is a big support just by sharing, subscribing, and watching. So thank you very much, and until next time, this is K5CLM signing out. 73, y'all.